I think Julius has to understand everything that you just said because there were high expectations set last year as most improved and an all-star. And quite honestly, this Knicks group, who remained intact at the core, has not lived up to those expectations. And so, yes, when you have fans of New York basketball that are astute and that are frustrated, the boos come. But I'm also not mad at Julius, and I appreciate him being honest in the postgame about what that was about. I'm okay with this push and pull from fans to players. If that's how you respond when you get booed, then let the boos rain down because that was quite a showing of character and grit and toughness from that Knicks squad to ultimately come back and get the W.
Yeah, it was a huge comeback, so let's talk about that game. Monica, was last night more about a Knicks comeback or was it about the Celtics collapse?
It was about the Knicks comeback from where I sit. I mean, this is a Celtics squad that has struggled all season. And quite honestly, Charlie, I was sitting on the couch ready for overtime and concerned about how things would plan out. And so down the stretch, it's crazy because 2 plays prior to, or it might have been 1 play prior to RJ hitting that incredible shot. And I would like to get on my TED Talk about using the glass because it is an art that is lost. The glass is amazing, people. And that was a perfect demonstration of that. But prior to that, I'm sitting in the house like, okay, so what's up with the middle school press break? You barely get the ball in bounds in what is a tightly contested ball game in the waning moments. And so I think to get that execution down the stretch, it showed such tremendous maturity on RJ's part, who has kind of been up and down from behind the three-point line over the course of the season, although he was 2 of 4 from last night. And then post-game, you saw Miles McBride tweet out that RJ works on that shot. And so that was a huge moment. But the collective, Evan Fournier's performance, please let him play the Boston Celtics in the Garden in particular all season because he's terrific versus that team. But I even thought that Emmanuel quickly had some huge moments in that fourth quarter. And of course, Julius got big baskets in the third quarter as the game was becoming much more tightly contested. My hope, Charlie and Perk, is that this is a turning point for this Knicks squad in terms of the collective effort that was required, and that was ultimately successful. We've had different guys go off. And yes, Evan was the highlight from a standpoint of scoring, but each guy I thought showed up in big time moments, and this was a big momentum win.
Huge.
Well, let me make this clear, okay? Both of these teams right now is hot garbage, okay? So let's not overreact because all the Knicks fans out here acting like they won the NBA Finals. That's the first thing.
Let them soak it in.
Let the hey moment, Perk. We got that. We got that.
No. So I'm gonna talk about the Celtics. And you know what? I'm so happy that this happened on national TV, that the way they lost, because it's one team that I watch every single game, and that's the Boston Celtics. And it's time and time again that I have come on here telling y'all that they are who they are. This is who they are. So when I'm watching the game last night, and I watched the Knicks get the lead down to single digits, I said, you know what? The Celtics are about to fold like fresh sheets. And they did just that. You know why I said that? Because when you look at the Celtics and you look at what they have done this season, they are the worst or close to the worst for us when games are decided by 5 points. Here's the problem that I have. Everybody in the Celtics organization is too damn comfortable. Starting with the players, okay? When you have role players down the stretch, like a Marcus Smart keep shooting these ill-advised three-point shots, you have Dennis Schroeder dribbling the hell out of the damn basketball, and you're not getting the ball to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown in the fourth quarter when it matters the most. I played with multiple Hall of Famers. Down the stretch when I was in Boston, we went to Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce. When I was in Oklahoma City, we ran two-man game with Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant. When I was in Cleveland, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, two-man game. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum need to play two-man game. So that goes to show me it's too comfortable where? With the coaching position, Ime Udoka is too damn friendly. He does not hold these guys accountable. When you have role players doing things outside their body, that's a problem in itself, and that means that he's being too friendly instead of holding them accountable. Now, why is he coaching the way that he's coaching? Because he's too comfortable. Why? Because Brad Stevens is too comfortable as well. Like with Grossbeck, Steve Pagliuca, what's going on? Like, this is the city of champions. We're not just settling for, getting into the playoffs and losing in the first round. The Celtic nation the media, everybody around the New England area wants the Celtics to win what? It's all about championships. And here's the last thing I'm going to say.
Come on.
It's time to break Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown up. It's time to break them up because if you go back and watch all the Celtic games, either Jason Tatum is having a good game and Jaylen Brown is struggling. Jaylen Brown is having a great game. Jason Tatum is struggling. Their body language says that they don't like playing with each other. And all of a sudden, you get to this point, and then Brad Stevens say, oh, we're just going to see. I mean, we can't rush it. You better rush it. And the problem is that everybody in the Celtics organization is too comfortable.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.